Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. Today I'm doing episode 25 in my Create This Book 2 series. So I'll be completing 3 pages for you guys on camera today. So if you haven't seen my extensive Create This Book 2 playlist, here's kind of just a sneak peek at all the videos, but that will be linked down below. And as you can see, I am slowly making my way through and am nearing the end. I feel like I've been saying that for like a long time, but I actually truly am nearing the end. So I'm really excited to show you guys some of these pages. So let's get going. All right, so the first prompt says create disorientation. So pretty much you're supposed to spin the book around, and then wherever it lands, that's how you decorate the page. So as you can see, mine did not spin very much, but it's kind of like backwards and a little bit sideways. So I'm going to be completing this on a separate piece of paper because I can't really work in here anymore. So this is just a piece of printer paper here. So I wanted to do a little cityscape that was like really colorful, and then have some interactive like little doors on the front. So I just began by drawing this out with a marker. I decided to switch it up, and I'm drawing it with like this greenish gray color instead of black. And then I'm going ahead and coloring in just different things. I didn't have really a set color scheme. I was just kind of going with the flow and choosing colors that were bright and colorful. This was kind of based off of a picture that I saw on Pinterest of someplace in Europe. Can't remember where it was, but super cute. And the whole point of this was so that I could make interactive doors. I love making my pages have texture or some way that you can interact with them, so I thought this would be kind of a cool way. So I am also adding a little bridge in the front, so it's on some water, drawing some more windows, and then as you can see, I have spaces for the doors to add. So I am going to go ahead and do the background with some watercolor first, and then to make the little doors, I'm using the front cover of a notebook because it's a little bit more sturdy, coloring those in with different colors to match all the houses, and then taping them on, adding some more details to the sky so it's a little bit more purple, and then of course gluing it in so it's kind of upside down. And with the part that I cut off of the printer paper, I made that into a little flap to cover the prompt because I thought the prompt looked a little bit out of place there. So the clip on there, and then you can kind of see the outline. So if you just open that up, you can see the prompt underneath. And usually I just let the prompt like be easily seen, but I thought this was a nice little change. So here is the completed page. So it's upside down because of the prompt. So that is what it turned out. I think it's really cute. On camera you can kind of see the differences between the parts that have packing tape and the parts that don't. So I guess in theory it might look better if it was all covered in packing tape or all not covered in packing tape, but regardless, I think it's a really fun and colorful page. The next prompt says create variety. Essentially, you're supposed to include as many textures and colors on this page. I've done so many variations of this page, kind of like junk pages, I guess you could describe it as, like throughout my art journal time. So this is just, they're always fun to do. I had this bag from this like little miniature house set that I was building, so I decided to use those leftover pieces for this page. So I have some ribbon, some banana stickers, some little tickets, fabric, like, yeah, you can kind of see over here, and I just kind of went crazy with adding those all in. So this is really not helping with the bulk situation of my journal, but I think it's always just fun to use up all these little random scraps that wouldn't be otherwise used, and it's kind of a mindless page to create as well. The final page for today's video has the prompt create drips. So I think the kind of expected thing to do with this page would be like to use paint and let that drip from the top down, which is probably what I was initially planning on doing, but I decided that I wanted to do something a little bit different. So I think a long time ago when I was in like grade 7 or 8, I made this piece of artwork that had like green slime dripping on it, but I did it with acrylic paint, but I liked the idea of that in the color scheme, so I decided to do that with some scrapbook paper here. So I'm just cutting out some of these little designs to make it look like slime is dripping. And I didn't really think this one through because I'm using 2 different colors of greens, and I ran into some problems with overlapping, so it didn't look like there was gaps in between the papers. And then because of that overlapping issue, I overused the paper on the left side, so then I ran out on the right side. So I just tried my best to make it look okay, and in the end I think it turned out okay. I'm adding some acrylic paint to add like a little shine to all of the one sides of the drips. So that is how this one turned out. And then I like how on the bottom I have it like dripping over the edge so it doesn't stop with the page. I think it's a fun little page. Nothing too crazy, but I like the colors and how it's all green. I think that's super cool. So that is it for today's video. I think I have about 20 pages left to go, give or take. I have a list, but I forgot to film it, but it's on my iPad and I just kind of cross it off after I'm done every prompt. So let me know which one of these pages you like the best in the comments, and I will see you in my next video.